next, the next one, eat next, the next one, eat next, the next one, eat down!
Hi, thanks for joining us out here at Valley Creek Mall here in Woodbury, Minnesota for a comic book convention put together by the Minnesota Comic Book Exchange. With us we have Chris, the head of the MCBA, have our co-host Mike, and Mr. Jonathan, also another MCBE member. Chris, can you tell me a little bit about the Minnesota Comic Book Exchange?
Sure. We like to get together the average man seller so that we can put on shows for lesser cost than some of the bigger shows so people can expand their hobby and sell some of the books they're looking to get rid of. And get local artists out on the town and getting their name out there.
Yeah, I think the goal is really to be a comic show for comic enthusiasts. We try to make sure we get vendors that, you might not see at some of the larger shows because of its cost prohibitive. We want to make sure that people get to see different comics in the areas that they might not normally get to at maybe just their general store or some of the bigger online sellers.
And there's not a lot of comic book places anywhere in Woodbury or on this side of the country. So
right.
We try to get comics out here, and maybe one day there will be. So.
Sure. There are a lot of vendors here today with a lot of really cool, really different items. Can you guys tell us a little bit about any of the individual vendors here and maybe what the vendor application process is like for the show?
Well, vendor application process, you would want to either find our flyers around town or you would want to join our Facebook group, and we have a application form that is a drop-click form.
Okay.
So that you can go and then we pick the list. It used to be first come, first serve. It's not anymore. We want to curate who we have here, make sure it's what we want to focus on.
That's a really good idea.
So there's a lot of shows out there that have multiple media. We like to try to keep it as close to comic related as possible.
Fantastic.
So, unfortunately, if you have Beanie Babies, we're probably not your show for you. So,
right.
Other vendors I've met networking, I've met in your guys' shop. I have just cold cased, posting flyers on Facebook, marketing on Facebook. It's great, a little evil, a little scary.
Yeah. I reached out to a few of the local Facebook groups to find some local artists in the area. We have Lakeshore Comics. They're a brand new publication out of Mankato, Minnesota, which is the southwest part of the state. They're on their first issue of Trident, which is their series. It's a superhero series, so it looks pretty cool. They had a bunch of comics here today, some t-shirts and some other swag. They had some signed comics too, so it's really, really cool to see some, the Minnesota comic community thriving, having new artists, new and publishers out there trying to make a name. So we just want to make sure we're, providing an opportunity for some of the smaller, new artists that are out there to, create a name for themselves. So
fantastic.
So it's all about helping out. Sorry, Joe.
Oh no, you're good. So the show's pretty successful. This is the third one you guys have done.
Correct.
What do you have lined up for the future, and what? How can people stay informed with your upcoming world domination plans?
Everything is posted in the Facebook group. It's repetitive, but Facebook group is a lot. It's a community, not just a group. You can also follow the page. We're going to get these flyers out around town. You can scan this. It brings you to the website, which gets you not only a list of every comic shop in Minnesota, other things comic related, and where you can find all of our information. And then our next show will be in May. We accidentally planned it on Free Comic Book Day.
Ooh.
Yeah.
We will be changing the date.
Okay.
The date will not. We like to enjoy Free Comic Book Day too.
Right.
And we
you guys should
have
go
an
closer
idea.
to the end of the month.
Yeah. We're gonna figure that one out today, actually, after this show.
Cool.
So,
Good.
go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, and right now we're just looking to do about 3-4 shows a year. We've got, depending on how well these turn out, if we continue to have really great support from the community, guys like you, we're hoping to maybe expand, maybe do bigger shows. But right now we're just trying to make sure we're, doing it right, making sure we get good feedback, and, we're improving every year.
So these shows you've done so far have been free. Is that a goal? Free for people to enter. Is that a goal you guys are hoping to maintain?
it's important to me to keep it free, but it's really hard. So I mean, to keep it free, we have to sell T-shirts, we have to sell buttons, we have to sell all the little weird knickknacks that we have. Otherwise, it's really hard to get space that's reasonable priced.
Sure.
You know, so we have a really good thing going here. So if we can keep it here as long as we can to fundraise, to make a little bit, to keep growing, then we want to go West Metro. And we want to do something bigger. We want to keep growing, and it's a labor of love for all of us.
So let's help them grow this labor of love. Check them out on their Facebook page, the Minnesota Comic Book Exchange. Chris, Jonathan,
hey,
thanks for putting this together.
Thanks
for the interview.
No problem.
Thank you for the interview.
I hope to see many more of these in the future.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Hot Comics, Playbook Studios, fans from around the world, take care.
Thank you.